Hey, this clip is from the most recent episode of The Nick Simmons Show. If you want to see that show in its entirety, I've linked it in the description below. But today we're talking with Benjamin. Benjamin has such a perfect question for today. He said, Nick, we know what the big things are when it comes to training, but what are the little things that we can be doing that help us reach 100% of our potential? I love this question. Let's roll the clip. Benjamin, welcome to The Nick Simmons Show. You can ask me anything.
Okay, so I have a question. So everyone says like in running, like do the little things.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all these obvious little things like hydration, nutrition, recovery, core. And I feel like there's always more you can do. And people always say there's more you can do. And like, what are those extra little things
Yeah.
outside of just the kind of basic ones?
Benjamin, that is a fantastic question. It's one I get a lot, but because I think it needs a more detailed answer, I almost never answer it in like DMs or anything. And so I'm so glad you asked that. And I will give you my absolute opinion on the little things. Number one, they're called the little things for a reason, right? Like you mentioned it, core and sleep and hydration, all very important. But the majority of what's going to help you is training your butt off. So once you've covered the training, and I know you know this, I'm just saying it for the listeners out there who are so excited about their nutrition and sleep. And I'm like, yeah, but there comes secondary to the training. Once you feel like your training is where it needs to be, you're kicking butt at the training, you've got the mental side of racing down, then we can start focusing on the little things. And I will go through the little things. I'm going to give you the top top three little things that I think make the biggest difference. Number one, by a long shot, is sleep. And my number one rule of training, and this is part of training, was to never wake up to an alarm clock. Because I really believe that if you're, waking yourself up in the middle of the night, from an alarm clock, then you are, one, probably interrupting a REM cycle. You're probably robbing your body of the rest that it needs. When you are resting, you are training in the sense that you are building yourself back stronger. So get enough sleep is my number one little thing by a long, long margin. Number two is going to be your nutrition. And I really think that if your engine's hot enough, it can burn anything. I say that kind of tongue in cheek because it's true to some extent for distance runners. You need to be taking in a ton of calories, but also think of your body as a Ferrari. You don't put cheap gas in a Ferrari, right? You put the good stuff in the Ferrari and make sure that engine's running well. So make sure you're taking in a lot of calories because you're burning a lot of calories, but make sure those are quality calories. I've never subscribed to any diet. My kind of golden rule when I eat is I look down at my plate and I say, is that a colorful plate? If it's colorful, that's a good sign. It's got fruit, it's got veggies, it's got protein, it's got carbs. I need to be ticking all of those boxes. And maybe number three, I think hydration is really, really key, but I'm going to glance over that just because it should be part of nutrition. Like hydration just needs to be an automatic. Number three, I would say, is lifting. And that may be counterintuitive to a lot of people out there. And maybe they'll link that into training. But I really, really believe that functional strength training is going to take somebody from, 90% of their potential to 100% of their potential. And I don't care whether it's for the 100 meters. I don't care whether it's for the marathon. Every single athlete in any single discipline, doesn't even have to be running, every single athlete can benefit from functional strength training. So I know there's a lot of resources out there online. I have a few resources out there. I really believe in functional strength training to make you the strongest athlete that you can be. And it helps you with posture. It helps you with running economy. It's super, super important part of training, but also one of the little things that gets neglected. What are some of the little things that you use that you have found extremely helpful?
For me, like what you said, a huge thing that I realized, like the second I started going to bed at 9:30 instead of
Mm-hmm.
11:30 or 12, my races just started like immediately, just 1 week of sleep. I got so much better.
But it's not always
And
easy,
so,
especially at your age, right? I
yeah,
remember I
yeah.
remember at your age, I sat on the computer on AOL Instant Messenger till like 2 a.m, and I slept through my classes and I ran like crap. And I wish more than anything I could have gone back and done exactly what you're doing and go to bed at 9:30. It's so smart.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a big part. And then like, I don't know, I think the one thing that I haven't been good at is like core and just like strength, like what you said. So
Mm.
is that super the key to all of that is
How old are you, Benjamin?
17.
You know, at your age, it's not as important, you know, because you're still developing and you're starting to build muscle, and it's important, but it's not like absolutely critical. When you get to college, or especially when you become a pro, it is absolutely critical that you have that in there. But at your age, body weight stuff is going to be great. I do have a video out on my main channel called Core for Runners. It's kind of a nice like 8-minute abs type program that's really, really good. And then I also have some lifting for runner videos that will show you some of the more functional lifts that I did to really improve my posture and my running economy. Is it mandatory for you at your age? No. Will it help? Absolutely. So, you know, check out those resources, speak with your coach, and just understand that, you know, as you become more mature and more fully developed, that will become more and more critical for you to help you achieve your, you know, your 100% ability, or 100% of your potential.
Okay.
Sound
Thank you
good?
so much.
You're very welcome. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
you
you.
calling in, man. Kick butt this season.
Thank you so much. You have a good day.
You too, Benjamin. All right, you guys, I hope you found that helpful. Thank you so much for everyone who called in. If you want to be on the Nick Simmons Show, if you want to call in and ask me anything, you can text me at the number below. Also, this week I have linked in the description below some of my absolute favorite products for training, whether it's in the gym or out running. Check out these products. I think you'll find them really helpful. See you next week.